it's the grandson of Noah. It has to be. I mean, not Noah. The grandson of Ham. Salakia. I was trying to find it. Well, Ham. He had kids. Their genealogy. He come out. He's an African. He's a so-called African, and we don't come out of Africans. Okay, they call them Africans today, right? So we don't come out of Africans. We we don't come out of Ham. We come out of Shem. And how you say Ham in Hebrew? Chum, which means hot. Okay. And Shem, which means name. Okay. All right. And do what y'all watch Shemal Shah for being taught this. Because, I can't just come out of nowhere knowing this. Oh, I know all these things because they're up in the book, man. I didn't, before 2007, I didn't read the scriptures. So, I'm a part of that great awakening. Everything happened to me in 2007 when it came to these scriptures. All right? And this is what I learned. Because I remember this movie when I was a young boy watching the Ten Commandments. And I love to see that part where when Moses walked past when the Red Sea departed and the kids was running, children of Israel was running. That was a dynamic part, man. It was dynamic. I was a superhero. Moses was a superhero to me when I was young. It was the best story. Like I was love watching it. It always came around Easter time. Watching the movies. And it used to be very emotional when I was young too, because I was always be like, I was always telling me, I was always like, oh, you always talked about some, things that, I don't remember what she was saying, but I really didn't understand it then. But now it gets more clearer now. So, it's a beautiful time, man. We're doing the right thing. And this is the right thing. Getting into our history. Now we know what we are. We learn history. We understand the mystery now. All the mysteries of the water and all these things, these glorious things about to happen. All right. Exodus chapter 14, verse 23. And in Egypt, and the Egyptians pursued and went in after them in the midst of the sea. All Pharaoh horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. All right. And it came to pass that in the morning which the Lord looked into the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of the fire. Ooh, it was a chariot, man. That's a chariot right there. And of the cloud, and trouble the host of the Egyptians. She was coming down with the chariots flying around, smacking them upside their head. Come on, man. Y'all better stop that. You better stop playing around, man. You better stop. Because if those chariots was doing that then, fucking them up, watch what they're going to do now. They're going to reveal themselves. And all those going to say, aliens. You don't know nothing, man. I was trying to go a different direction, but I'm still going to try to end this video with that verse if I can find it. Because this was a glorious time, man. And, right, verse 25. And he took off the chariot's wheels. He probably zapped them. That they drive them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel. For the Lord fighteth for them. Remember I told you before in the last video how the Lord, I wish I could have found this verse. Because the Lord, he fights for us, man. Fighteth for them against the Egyptians. See? The Lord fights for us, man. He runs down on our enemies, man. Like the best power in the whole wide world we got. Everything. Our power, the power of our power. He fights for us, man. We're learning this as we go along, man. It's glorious, man. Who would have knew, man? If I'd have knew this before, if I'd have knew this before I was doing all the, being in the streets and all that, man. Woo, man, I'd have been seeking the Lord all of my life, man. But it's a time and a place for everything. And this is our chance. Right now, I'm having like this how you say it? Like this thought, this vision of chariots, man. And I'm awake right now, and I can feel the power of this, man. Man, we had our power is the best, man. Our power is the best. The power of our power. Yeah? All right, so that we're gonna go back to the BBE for a second. What we at in time? 17. Salakia, if I'm all over the place, but I was trying to compare then and what is to come, because we're in between then and what is to come. All right, we closer to the what is to come than what was then, because that was over 3,000, 2,500 years ago when Moses. Yahweh was 2,000 years ago. You add a few more years. That's when Moses was there, making it happen. So this is glorious. Over 3,000 years ago. So I was just wait a minute. What I was just reading, Salakia, because that was just crazy right there. What I just saw. Right, I want to see this again. Let me go. That was 20. It's about to go down, man. This is a fireistic chapter. Whoa, 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 man. Looking at these words in here, man. The power of our power is real, bro. It's the real deal, man. All right, I want to read this real fast. The BBE. The BBE just stuck out to me right now. It's just the words. It's just like really dynamic. All right, so Salakia. All right, so what I was thinking about, we be between time, at that time when the sea was divided and walked on dry land, and when we get scooped up in these chariots, it's going to be more powerful than then. One more second, give me a second. I want to find something. Hey, shalom. Yeah, because like I was saying, we are at the beginning. We were right at the peak of this peak. How you say it? The sneak peak. We at the sneak peak of the chariots coming in. We see all the chariots. This is a sneak peek. The chariots are flying around, doing what they do. All right, catching prayers, sending it back to Yahushua, seeing if there's seeing the children of Yahushua do the will of Yahushua, and the ones that's not doing the will. He sees everything right now. He always seen everything. It's just that right now we at the sneak peek of this movie, the ending of this movie. And what's going on? Chariots is coming around showing their power. The power of our power is real. Power of our power is real. It's the 100% pure power. And to prove that the water was on two sides of us. And they walked through this thing and they seen it was like an aquarium. It had to be like a beautiful aquarium. Can you imagine? Just water just sitting there. They probably touched it. They probably see the fish. Who knew what it could have been shown back then, man? Who could remember, should I say? So many years ago. Right? So I was looking for my verse for that I wanted to end it with. I found it, which is Jeremiah 16, verse 21 or 14, can't remember, but I'll get back to it. But the dynamic part is that what's going on back then. What was going on back then? And we're gonna read a little bit more. We're gonna read this again. All right. It says, this is the BBBE. Cause I'm tired. I'm sick right now. I know what it is now. They wanted to make money off our stuff. They wanted these. They tried to change up the words. They didn't want it to be about King James. They said all this crazy stuff. Now you know what? The BBE is ours too. Let me see all the other names. This all belongs to Yasha Allah. The BBBE version is ours. The Easy English is ours. The ISV is ours. All right. The NET is ours. The NHEB is ours. The WEB is ours. All the comparisons of scriptures belongs to us. So you go ahead, you keep on, write another one. And we're gonna take that from you too. Now it's time, the time of taking, we're taking back our heritage. We are taking back what belongs to us. The earth belongs to, the scripture says that we're gonna take the kingdom. The earth was given to you. You didn't take nothing. Yahweh Shemashah gave it to you. We're gonna take it. It's gonna be glorious because he's gonna have power is gonna be with us while we taking it. The one that gave it to you is gonna have let us take it from you. Stupid. You know, earth don't look good under your hands anyway. The earth look real retarded. Slack. I hope that's coming out. Yeah. Got me tight right now. Anyway. All right. The power of our power is real. All right. Exodus chapter 14, verse 21. And Moses, and when Moses was stretched out over Salaki. And when Moses' hand was stretched out over the sea, and the Lord with a strong east wind made the sea go back all night, man. Can you imagine that, man? That's really, really powerful stuff right there. And the waters were parted